Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Bonus, we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. Daddy hit me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. Brother gonna rise, no hesitation. Put it on my time, being hella patient. Spitting these rhymes in hella basements. Play major stages, it'll pay fun. Ain't made many wages, still I can't run. I'm a slave to the cadence, still ain't done. Everything to the patrons, till the day's won. Boy, I'm not finished, I know I got some critics. I know they're really cynics, but God, I got no limits. I want a house of Venice, even if I don't get it. Then I pray these lyrics, elevate your spirit. And if I don't live it, after years and minutes of avoiding gimmicks, I'm pouring out my heart. That I know my rhythms didn't reach the millions, but I praise my Lord that I could be upon. I ain't did this for no trophies, I ain't did this for no list. I did it for the kid who's contemplating taking place to rest it, man. I pray that you resist. Oh, you were made for more than this. You can make it through the storm. Just turn to him and don't you quit. Boy, I'm all in. Check my wrist, you see the kid be saucing. No coffin. No, we don't die, we multiply it often. My God sends more of us that power lasts like Austin. Not lost in them accolades. My focus on the cross. We don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Notice we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. Daddy hit me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. We don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Notice we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. Daddy hit me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. Elevate. Woo!
Lately I've been feeling kinda low. Praying to the Father that I know. Got me so that I can take your hand, so we can keep on praising, yeah I will. I might go and cut the deal. Cut it, we gon' have to elevate. Knew the Father had me covered after I saw 7 straight. Pick myself up out the mud and I got straight back to the work. I ain't dancing with the devil, that mean I put heaven first. Got my brothers on my back, that mean I love the city first. Ain't no business about to come in on my soul. Ooh, I got self-control. Ooh, Shorty tried to ask you for that, oh, I let it go. It's a sermon. Had to tell my youngest you don't need the serpent. If God said it, little homie, that's your purpose. You were born to be a bitch, you better learn it. You better go out there and
we don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Notice we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. Daddy hit me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. We don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Notice we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. Daddy hit me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. Elevate. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, we don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Bonus, we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. Daddy hit me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. Brother gonna rise, no hesitation. Put it on my time, being hella patient. Spitting these rhymes in hella basements. Play major stages, it'll pay fun. Ain't made many wages, still I can't run. I'm a slave to the cadence, still ain't done. Everything to the patrons, till the day's won. Boy, I'm not finished, I know I got some critics. I know they're really cynics, but God, I got no limits. I want a house of Venice, even if I don't get it. Then I pray these lyrics, elevate your spirit. And if I don't live it, after years and minutes of avoiding gimmicks, I'm pouring out my heart. That I know my rhythms didn't reach the millions, but I praise my Lord that I could be upon. I ain't did this for no trophies, I ain't did this for no list. I did it for the kid who's contemplating taking place to rest it, man. I pray that you resist. Oh, you were made for more than this. You can make it through the storm. Just turn to him and don't you quit. Boy, I'm all in. Check my wrist, you see the kid be saucing. No coffin. No, we don't die, we multiply it often. My God sends more of us that power lasts like Austin. Not lost in them accolades. My focus on the cross. We don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Notice we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. Daddy hit me
I've been feeling kinda low. Praying to the Father that I know. Got me so that I can take your hand, so we can keep on praising, yeah I will. I might go and cut the deal. Cut it, we gon' have to elevate. Knew the Father had me covered after I saw 7 straight. Pick myself up out the mud and I got straight back to the work. I ain't dancing with the devil, that mean I put heaven first. Got my brothers on my back, that mean I love the city first. Ain't no business about to come in on my soul. Ooh, I got self-control. Ooh, Shorty tried to ask you for that, oh, I let it go. It's a sermon. Had to tell my youngest you don't need the serpent. If God said it, little homie, that's your purpose. You were born to be a bitch, you better learn it. You better go out there and
We don't need your accolades, hopping over barricades. Known as we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. God, he hit me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. We don't need your accolades, hopping over barricades. Known as we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway. Shot too witty when I spray. God, he hit me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate, elevate.
Hello. Hi. Oh my God. I have lipstick on my cheek. See, we started on a fucking rough moment. Hello. Hi. How are we all doing today? Are we good? Are we Gucci? Are we Gucci? Are we good? Are we good this evening? How is everyone doing this fine evening? Just making sure that you guys are doing well. Okay, so it is like 1:30 here in the UK for me. I tried to do it at a time that was like most comfortable for the people on Central Time, which I think is like the main time in America. So hopefully me staying awake has made your night, because I'm going to be absolutely knackered in the morning. Hold on. There she is. Hi. How is everyone? Okay, so we're going to get into the Mikayla Nogueira drama. If you guys don't know about it, we are going to be giving you guys a TLDR. This is quote unquote TLDR live, essentially. I want to be doing these kind of live streams where we do it on YouTube on like Saturdays or maybe Fridays or Saturdays, whatever works best. But I want to do these once a week because I effing love streaming, especially on Twitch, and I do that 2 times a week. So if you guys want to see more of me, you can find me on Twitch. My Twitch is Paige Christie UK. You can't really miss it. Find me on Twitch. I stream there 2 nights a week. I will be streaming there tomorrow evening. But if you like streams and you like this kind of more relaxed, more chilled out vibe, you can definitely check me out there. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Whenever I stream on YouTube, for some bizarre reason, I get super duper nervous. And I start, like right now, my hands are shaking. I start trembling and I don't know what it is. I think it's just so many more people than I'm used to. I feel like that's the vibe, like just so many more people than I'm used to, because when I'm on like Twitch, we have anywhere from like 40 to 100 people. But whenever I'm on here, like sometimes we've been streaming here and there's been times when we've had 2,000 people in chat and it freaks me out and I start freaking out the entire time. So just bear with me whilst I get over like the nerves and the jitters. I'm just trying my best, but I'm already getting nervous. I can see the number rising and I'm already getting nervous. So with that being said, what I do want to say before I even start today's stream is that I really appreciate you guys for effing with the TLDR series, because I have been working on TLDR for at least a month now, since before Christmas, and I have such an impressive team now. As you guys know, before Christmas, I think it was around June, I was looking for researchers and stuff, and honestly, with all of the research, and whilst I will say it's fantastic research that the researchers have done, I had one person that I was really interested in who simply just didn't have the time anymore to be a researcher, and everybody else was close to the mark, but not what it is that I wanted. Now I have a great team. I have 3 members of my team who are absolutely smashing it day in, day out, and are providing me stories that I can report on in TLDR consistently. Now this evening, because this is our first TLDR, this evening, I have worked alongside one of the most active, shall we say, researchers, a part of the PBI team, which is the Petty Bureau of Investigation. A part of the PBI team is that I have right now. And we have agreed that because she's done such tremendous work putting together this docket for you guys this evening, that we will be splitting any donation revenue from this. She'll obviously be getting revenue for the stream, but donation revenue from this stream 50-50, right? Because her work has been so good, and you guys will see as we take a look at the docket in the Google Drive, like so concise, so well laid out, and she has absolutely smashed it. And I cannot be more proud of my team in general, but this particular player is doing the most, acting out, being amazing. So if you guys do want to donate this evening, obviously I don't encourage donations. If you want to do it, that's great, but it's not something that you need to do to be a part of tonight's stream. But if you do want to donate this evening, we will be splitting the donations, not ad revenue, goddamn. Donations for tonight's stream, 50-50. So she will get 50% of whatever it is that we make. So if you want to help out, that would be amazing, because also you would be helping out one of my team members. So that's the first thing it is that I wanted to say. And also I wanted to say thank you so much for messing with TLDR, because it's been a long time in the making. It's been something that I've wanted to do for a while, and I've been too scared to do so. I'm aware that me taking like a month-long break on YouTube has kind of like messed me up in the algorithm a little bit. So I know it's going to take some time for me to get that visibility back. So with that being said, I also just want to say thank you for you guys loving the show, staying consistent, and I want to bring you guys more TLDRs. More updates before we get started. Apologies, but some of you guys aren't on Twitch, so you don't know what's been going on. The main reason I haven't been able to stay consistent on YouTube is because I never had childcare for my kids. It was tremendously hard to have childcare, or tremendously expensive. I think currently we're spending like £600 plus per month on my son's childcare. We now have my cousin who has moved in with us, and she has now become my full-time childcare. And because of that, I've been able to buy an external office. When I say buy, I mean rent. An external office away from home for my mental health. And I've also been able to stay consistent because I now have a place to go to work, to research, and do all of that good stuff. So because of you guys and your continuous support, we've been able to do something amazing. And because of that, we also have somebody who can look after my children, because being a mum of toddlers is very, very difficult. So with that being said, that's all of the shenanigans it is that I wanted to get through to begin with before we get into the Mikayla Nogueira drama. So thank you so much. Who have we got here? Angry Vampire for the $8.99. You got this, girl. I'm so nervous. Whenever I'm on YouTube, I get so nervous. And also, I want to say a massive thank you to the moderators. We've got some moderators in here this evening. You guys know the rules. Hold it down. Allow people to have their opinions, even if it's disparaging of me myself, as well as no slurs. Nothing that's anti any community or any minority. We don't mess with that. We don't allow that in our chat. Besides that, you guys have free reign and to do what you feel is best at liberty. With that being said, let's get into today's drama. So we know what's been going on. Girl, I moved my screen. Goddamn. We know what's been going on with Mikayla Nogueira by this point. I feel like everybody has covered this like ad nauseum. So we're just going to take a quick look at Mikayla Nogueira's video, and then we'll get into what it is that we're doing this evening. So Mikayla Nogueira, just to give you guys the TLDR, if you will, basically decided to promote a mascara called the L'Oreal Lash Telescopic Lash, I think it's called. And it was an advertisement video, like a sponsorship or something like that. And in the video, a lot of people started noticing that when she was saying that, you know, this mascara is so good, it gives you the false lash effect, that she actually was wearing false lashes. We'll be getting into that, as well as what's been said by a bunch of different influencers, and Jeffree Star returned to the internet. Girl, there's so much to discuss, as well as we will have a panel this evening. We've got 2 people coming in to the show this evening. These are 2 commentators who will be sharing their views on this tonight's shenanigans. Girl, I'm still nervous, right? We need to woosa, right? So we have Mikayla Nogueira. So this is Mikayla Nogueira. As you can see, she has 4.4 million followers on TikTok, and that has actually been steadily going down recently after the shenanigans. This video here, which for some bizarre reason she did not take down, is 27.5 million views. And let's take a look at what it is that she did, and then we'll get into the first part of tonight's show.
And my lashes look. This literally just changed my life. This looks like false. This is how? What? It's this L'Oreal telescopic lift. Look at the wand. Okay, so basically I'm taking the curved side and I'm going root to tip, and I'm satin to coat the lashes. And then once you've done that, you flip the brush to the side and you use the hook comb to basically separate. This is one coat. Okay, I'm gonna add a second. Look at the length. Do you see that? I am speechless, and I'm not sure anyone's gonna ever be able to compete with this mascara.
Okay, so I basically asked everybody on Twitter what it is that they thought about this whole entire situation. And basically the majority of the people on Twitter were saying that she most definitely was wearing false lashes. Now, if you can take a look right here, you can see that it looks a lot fuller than when she put on the original first coat, which is this right here. Now, she's saying that it gives you the false lash effect. And my personal opinion on all of this is, if it does give you the false lash effect, then let's see the false lash effect, right? So I went into my town center and I picked up the L'Oreal telescopic mascara. Now, I thought that we would start tonight's stream by trying this on my eyelashes. Now, if you guys don't know, I have the world's shortest eyelashes, and I ain't even tripping, right? We've got a camera here. We're gonna pop it up. You guys are gonna get a full experience right now, okay? So we're gonna put that there. Here we go. Oh, come on, girl. There we go. Can you guys see me? We're gonna zoom in so you guys can see my lashes, because we're going to try this out for ourselves, right? I have the world's shortest eyelashes. My eyelashes are so bad that they literally curl over my lid. And I thought to myself, if this doesn't work for me, then I know sis is lying. So the directions are that you're supposed to use the underside and then use the brush in order to fan it out. So let's do it. Let's get into it, shall we? So we're going to use the underside. Let's go. Okay, I can't see, girl, I can't see no change at all for me personally. Okay, now use the brush side to fan them out. Can y'all see anything? My eyes are watering because I stabbed myself in the eye with it. Can y'all see anything? This is ass. This is a boatload of ass. And I know my mascara because, again, I have no eyelashes. Oh, underside and coat. And then turn it and fan. Okay, that one's a little bit better. Girl, this is ass. This is ass. This is actually by far the worst mascara that I've actually ever purchased. And I purposely did not try this ahead of time so I could actually give you guys a proper review, because I have no eyelashes. Look at that. This, let's bring you guys closer. This is ass. Girl, did I get some under my eye? I did. This is ass. That is terrible. That is actually shocking. It's not even good mascara. Girl, can you see that? That is ass. That is actually the worst. No, I'm not even tripping. I was nervous before, but now I'm not even nervous because that is actually just ass. That is the worst. Girl, are you serious? Like, not even close. Like, not even close to the full slash effect. I was expecting a little something because I've got some good mascara, like the Maybelline mascaras. I also use Benefit mascaras. I've got some good mascara. Dude, the Benefit Bang Lashes was even better than this. This is terrible. Oh, man. And by the way, I'm not hyping this up. I'm not saying, oh, my God, it's ass. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's ass. Just so I can say something on the internet. I tried that out live with you guys because I wanted to see it's actually terrible. No difference. No difference whatsoever. Granted, I have the world's smallest eyelashes, but that was even bad by eyelash standards. That's shocking, actually. Shocking. That's the worst lie that was ever told. Now I'm a little bit angry, actually, because I just wasted my money thinking it was going to be at least somewhat good. But no, it's shocking. That was terrible. Absolute waste of my time, and a waste of yours too. Congratulations. We just wasted about 5 minutes trying that out. That was absolutely shocking. It looks so wet and messy. It is. It's wet. It's not gloopy. It's like very thin in the formula. It's just shocking. That was actually ass. Actually ass. Not exaggerating. Actually just terrible ass. Ass, 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 ass. That was the worst. Anyway, with that being said, that's how the beginnings of the Mikayla Nogueira situation started. I'm never going to use a telescopic lift unless I'm going to put it on as a base before lashes, because at this point, that's all it's good for. But besides that, that's what happened with Mikayla Nogueira and that whole entire situation. So that's what started the beef. Everybody started losing their shit. So I think what we'll start doing from now is bringing in our 2 content creators who are going to be on today's call. I asked you guys what it is that who it is that you thought would be joining us. I put a call out on social media and I basically said, any content creators, any commentators who want to join tonight's stream, and we had 2 people who were willing to join us this evening. So the 2 people are Bruce Allen. Bruce Allen does a lot of drama content here on YouTube. He has taken a short hiatus, but he is here to bring the shade. And we also have a person that I've mentioned on several of my videos called Mika SF. She now goes by a different title called Mika's Rhetoric, and you can find her here on YouTube. So we're going to give them a quick call, and then we'll start watching some videos together, I think. Let's take a look. Let's see who joins first. Who we got? Hello, 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 hello. And who, is Bruce Allen coming in, or is he not here yet?
I don't know if he's here yet. He said he was driving.
Right. Okay, we'll wait for Bruce. We'll wait for Bruce. When Bruce is ready, he can join. So here we go. We have Mika. Mika, you've made a video about the whole entire situation with Mikayla Nogueira, and you brought up a very interesting concept. Your concept was, tell us a little bit more about your concept.
So you're talking about the de-influencing concept?
Yes.
Yes. So I started seeing that all over TikTok because people were really mad about certain like hyped makeup products, because this one girl made a video about saying like, oh, people buy too many blushes and all that kind of stuff. So then this trend of de-influencing kind of started. And that is where that came from. So I was talking about essentially how Mikayla lying was kind of the basis of this de-influencing concept. And she
Okay.
reinforced it with lying.
Okay, so do you think, because I was under the impression that, for like, this is how I saw de-influencing, is that like de-influencing was like the trend of TikTokers, YouTubers, notable people basically going out of their way to talk about products in a more realistic tone than what they'd seen from sponsored posts. Is that what you're talking about?
That's also true. So it's a concept of, so like how people will have like a billion makeup products and then they all look brand new. It's a lot of people showing like things like that they've actually used and trying to say like, oh, I'm honestly into this, and don't waste your money on things like the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand or the new mascaras or anything like that. So it's a bit of like demanding honesty from the influencers, but also people trying to show that they're not always buying stuff anymore. That's what it seems to be.
So do you think the 2016 to 2018 era of like, overconsumption when it comes to makeup is pretty much done now?
Yeah, I'm starting to think so because of a lot of it, the pandemic, right? And how everything kind of swung to skincare. And then now that people kind of have to go back to work, I think a lot of people are realizing how long makeup really takes. So people are really downsizing their collections and stuff because it's like not practical to have that anymore.
Right, interesting. Okay, well, I just want to say again, a massive thank you for you being here this evening because I really, really appreciate it. And I'm like such a huge fan of your content as well. So first, no, I am. I'm like genuinely a huge fan of your content. You always have such an interesting take.
I was watching when you were a drama channel, like primarily. So I've been watching for a while.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being a Patreon. With that being said, let's take a quick look at what's been going on over here. Can you see what I'm seeing on my screen? Hold on. Let me show you my screen real quick. Okay. So you should be able to see what I'm seeing on my screen right now. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so here is my fantastic Google Drive that one of my researchers put together for me. So basically, we're going to take a look at some of the influencers' responses and basically give our opinions and our views on what's been going on. So if you ever want me to stop or pause at any point, feel free, and then we'll get into it. So first up, we have Alyssa Ashley. So let's take a look at what Alyssa Ashley had to say. Do you know who Alyssa Ashley is?
Yes, I love her, and I love Ardell too.
Okay, right, let's take a quick look. Sorry, I just asked her that while she was drinking. Let's have a look.
Oh, just how to
Be able to compete with this mascot.
That's what she said. And you know what? What was that? Okay, Jane.
I was actually about to leave my house, but I just have a little quick think piece here. So allegedly, I'm going to say alleged, she put on a false lash to promote a mascara ad. And I have nothing against her at all. So if Mikayla, if you see this, nothing against you, but stuff like this is why people do not trust influencers. And it's so upsetting. Like little moments like this are why influencers as a whole get a bad rep. More specifically, beauty influencers who do product reviews, who do sponsorships. That's why people are always saying, oh, we can't trust them. Oh, these are all fabricated because of stuff like this. And it's
okay.
So, like that's why, like on the video, I'm holding it in my hand now, but I have the Lancome Lidl mascara like that I put on in the video because I was even trying to show like even one that I actually like and I want to use and I've spent money on, like doesn't do that. And like I used like my mirrorless camera and zoomed in at my eyes just to really show like even something that is a tried and true for me can't get anything even similar to that. So why lie about it?
Well, I was kind of under the impression, obviously, before I just tried it out. I don't know if you were watching that part of the stream, but I was kind of under the impression that the product was good. So then why lie about it? But now
Telescopic's bad. I saw you using it. Like
bad.
I didn't like the other one either. Yeah.
It was so bad. Like not even just a little bit bad, like very tremendously bad. I was so
it's
shocked.
So funny. You compared it to, you said like even Bad Gal Bang was better. And
Yes.
I'm also a certified Bad Gal Bang hater. So I was like, somebody gets it. Because I put that in my eyes and it feels like I just covered my finger with black goop and ran it through my lash. Like it's like so liquidy.
It's I also don't like the bad girl lash thing. I really thought it was terrible. We're glitching over here on this side. Is everybody okay? Can we all see?
Yes, I have made it.
Hello.
Yes, and I
okay.
can hear and everything.
Okay, so you can hear him? Mm-hmm. Okay, chat. When Bruce speaks, can you hear him too?
Hey guys, do I sound okay? Can everybody hear me fine?
Do I need to turn him up a little? Is that better? Speak again.
Hello, everybody. Not only did we get a return of Jeffree Star, you got a return of me.
Yes. Okay, we can hear. Okay, so welcome Bruce Allen to the chat. Bruce Allen is a YouTuber here on the platform. He does drama content. Would you consider your content drama still?
Yeah, I mean, I do a little commentary here and there, but I mean, it's still all centered around drama.
Right, okay. I'm just going to turn you up just a notch. In fact, we might as well just turn you all the way up. Okay, yeah, so he does like drama content. He's made videos on Me Girl. Like back in the day. Like, honestly, I hated when Bruce Allen was on his Let's Make videos about Paige moment, because every time I'd like scroll through the internet, I'd just see my face in a thumbnail. I'm like, what the fuck did I do now? What have I done? Another day. But just to make sure you can see what we're seeing here on the page as well.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And you'll let me know if you can hear it. Did you see the Arnell? Hold on. Where the hell did that go?
Well, so that's Alyssa, right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Did you see the Alyssa Ashley
Yes.
video? Okay, so what are your thoughts on Alyssa Ashley's take so far?
I mean, I agree. Technically, I'll still say allegedly, but I mean, I don't know.
True.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that she has a false lash on, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think, she's being smart saying allegedly because we technically can't prove anything, but we kind of can.
It's also because the lashes are way too clean. Like,
Yeah.
that's my thing, right? Because it's like I like the Lancome one's the only one I found that's light enough to not super duper do that. But you see before and how Paige used it too, that one is very like goopy.
Yeah.
And, like slick. So like her eyes look goopy and slick, and then all of a sudden they're like light and spread out. It's like, well, that's
Yeah.
You either removed it and put something out. You had to have at least removed it to some extent, or something else at minimum. At minimum, it's not the original layer because you can tell by how clean her lashes look.
And we all have put on multiple coats of mascara before. We know that the more mascara you put on, the thicker they becomes more like spider legs, like...
Yeah, like this. I have it on right now.
Okay.
I got myself in the eye with it again. My subscribers know, so my eyes are a little watery, but
Girl,
yeah,
look at
it's like-
you with a high quality camera. Come through. Jeez, I'm here on a webcam. Goddamn. But yeah,
I always wire my mirrorless camera is always my webcam. So now I'll go to class on Zoom sometimes and I look like this. It's really jarring.
right. Okay. With that being said, we're going to continue with the Alyssa Ashley video, and then we might take a step back and look at one of Mikayla's old videos that resurfaced. So let's take a quick look.
It's not okay. So to me, I think that not only is it your responsibility as a creator with such a huge platform, or hell, you can even have 10,000 followers and you shouldn't be doing this shit. It's like when you have such a big platform and you decide to use it to put a fabricated review up, that's not okay. But also, I do think it's your responsibility to contribute to a healthy community of people, because now everyone in the comment section is saying, see, this is why I don't trust reviews. This is why I don't trust reviews. So not only are you getting a hit, everyone gets impacted by that, because now you don't know who to trust and you don't know who's lying and who's not lying. It's just super disappointing, and hopefully the brand and the creator can learn from this, because doing stuff like this is just so frustrating. And if anything, it just sets us back, because then everyone thinks that everything posted is fucking fake, and that sucks.
Alyssa's also just so cool.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
just like in
so
general,
pretty.
like, it's such a cool vibe. Like it just reminds me of that just from her cadence and everything.
Yeah, she's so pretty, like incredibly stunning. My God. But when it comes to Alyssa and what it is that she has to say, she said that this kind of like sets everybody back, right? Like we're all going back in time to the point where people, you know, didn't believe influencers. And then that kind of goes back to your point of like the structure of the de-influencing. Like people like the more realistic takes on makeup. Like I feel like when we think of people like Raw Beauty Christie, you know, her massive boom when it comes to social media kind of came from that more realistic take of makeup, because, you know, when it, you know, she isn't like the stereotypical version of idealistic beauty standards, and because of that resonated more with the audience. That's why I found your take of the de-influencer so very interesting. So do you think that the realism, and this is to both of you, by the way, do you think that the realism, the realistic aspect of beauty and how we're all different and skin textures and all that kind of stuff, do you think that this takes away from some of these awesome movements that have kind of, you know, diverted away from idealistic beauty standards?
Yeah, well, from
100%.
my own comments said that too. Like a ton of people, someone called me like doing this thing, like someone called it cathartic. Just to see someone's actual skin.
Yeah.
Well, and remember, Mikayla blew up on TikTok for her acne covering videos. So she was showing that side of herself.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, I know I have this issue with acne, and I know there's other people that do too. Here's a great way to cover it up so you feel more confident about yourself. And she was showing that raw side, and now we're getting this side of where she has this massive platform, and you can kind of almost call it like the Jaclyn Hill syndrome.
Ooh,
where
girl.
things are getting more and more shady. She was more real in the beginning, and now it's like, look at my Fendi outfit, look at my Louis Vuitton luggage.
Do you think that so the biggest issue I have with like that is that like influencers grow, and as they grow they become more popular, and as they get more popular they get more money, and as they get more money their lifestyle changes. I kind of call it like the Emma Chamberlain effect. When Emma Chamberlain came to YouTube and she was like, you know, creating her more realistic teenage life style kind of videos, people really resonated with her version of life because it was something that was reflected in their own lives. Whereas when she became famous, when she was doing, you know, collaborations with Vogue, when she was at the Met Gala, when things started going in a, you know, more positive way for her, a lot of her audience then kind of like switched on her, because it's not necessarily jealousy. They no longer related to the content creator because their life had changed. But they also have to remember that they put her in that position for her life to change. So the only issue I kind of have with that for me personally is that, of course, they're going to change. Of course, they're going to buy nicer things. Of course, they're going to want the bigger house, the better everything. Do you think that there's any way for any creator to be able to, you know, live the life that they want without losing themselves?
Well, I think for
so.
beauty, it can be easier too. Like there's solutions around that, and Mikayla could take this idea if she sends me some Dior. But listen, like I think the idea of, let's say, like a sponsor-free week, where like you can get, like, you block out and guarantee for 1 week of the month, everything you talk about can have no affiliation, no marketing, because that does irk people, right? But then a lot of people are still like, oh, make your bag. But then that way, let's say like last week of the month, every month, she doesn't take any deal, right? That can be a really good way to do it, you know? And even release a little calendar or something one day or whatever on Twitter or something.
Well, and with makeup, you can easily just go on camera, film your stuff, and not have to show anything else. Whereas with Emma Chamberlain, for example, her whole platform was just about her life. So as her life evolves, like if she's featured on the cover of Vogue magazine, and then the next week she's in, you know, this, you know, looking dumpy in this 1-bedroom apartment, she's like, I have no money. We all know that that's a lie. because she's literally on magazines. She's doing TV appearances.
Yeah, it's kind of like
has changed.
It's kind of like what Shane Dawson does, you know, with the whole like, oh, I'm poor, and it's like, shut the fuck, you're not. You're not poor. Let's not pretend like you're poor, because there are actual poor people out there. You know what I mean?
You know what? Oh, I have something to say about that too. The problem with that is that now, because this is from somebody who's not clouded, you know, me being that person, like when you're actually poor, but you make content, people will be like, you've lied about that. Like someone went on a huge rant that, because I said I made a joke about student loans or something, and they're like, oh, you're lying, there's no way, because you have like a camera and stuff. Because there's now created this like notion that if you're making content, you have money. Unless it's like super obvious that you don't.
Okay, so I've had this conversation with like a bunch of my other content creator friends. There needs to be like a discussion about the working class content creator, a person who's known, who creates content, and we make okay money, maybe on a sponsorship month, probably pretty good money. But the reality is we're literally no different than anybody else. Like for me personally, I mean, I had 2 jobs until 2020. I left my work because of the pandemic. I used to be an ambulance dispatcher, and I left my work because of the pandemic. It got too much, and I was taking so much time away from my kids. And then I got pregnant again. So it was not making sense for me to be there anymore. So I made that decision forcibly, because I didn't want to give up, a comfortable job with a pension and stuff like that. But the thing is that now I'm like a working class YouTuber. I'm not rich, I'm not poor, I'm just in that nice in between level. And it's so interesting because back in the day, before, the adpocalypses and stuff like that, people had in their mind that like influencers make all this money, and that probably was the case. But now it's different. There are so many influencers and so many content creators, especially on YouTube, who are making content that pays the bills, and it doesn't do any more than that. So that's such an interesting point you brought up.
My best months are a regular full-time salary.
I feel like also too, it is still possible to be a large creator and still be relatable. And I'm just going to say 2 words, and I'll see if you agree with me or not. Jenna Marbles.
Mm-hmm.
Was huge. We all know she made tons of money, but everyone still loved her. And I don't feel like she ever really flaunted anything.
Do you think there's...
But it also wasn't like, I'm poor.
Correct.
Yeah, she didn't. Yeah. I see your point there, actually. Right. With that being said, let's take a step back and take a look at one of Mikayla's old videos, because this video resurfaced on social media. Hold on. Ooh, hello. Show my DMs there. This came up on social media, on TikTok. People started blowing this up, which is a video from 2021. This is clearly before the lip filler and all that good stuff, where Mikayla Nogueira basically like shows you how it is that she did what she did in 2022. So let's take a look. Again, if you want me to pause, just let me know and I'll pause and you can give your commentary. Let's go.
With this mascara is absolutely incredible. It truly did a phenomenal job. I mean, literally, just look at the difference. So I just lied straight to your face, and you probably believed it. These lashes, totally fake. And that's what brands do. They lie to you about how things work. Would you have known these were false lashes? Maybe not. You're someone who doesn't have a lot of lashes, doesn't know how to apply lashes, or just wants a little lash lift, this video is for you. Out the gate, let's start by applying 2 coats of your favorite mascara. We want to achieve the fuller lash look. We're going to use the Kiss Lash Couture Faux Lash Extension. They're super affordable, you get a ton of them. This is the current one I'm using. This is so easy to do. You need a strip lash glue. You're going to take one of these lash pieces and get some glue on it. You don't got to let it dry. Give it a quick blow. Literally gonna take the piece and just lay it right on your lashes and press it down. Put about 5 pieces. Then go ahead and apply 1 final coat of mascara. How would they know? How would they know?
Okay, so that was the video. She said, how would they know? Do you think that this is what Mikayla Nogueira did?
It looks the same.
Right.
Like it looks exactly the same.
I feel like the photos of her lashes in the second part look even more full than what she has on now. That's why I believe it's a full lash on her eyelid.
What do you think? It's like a full lash and not like a outer lined wispy?
I mean, it could be, or it could be like a cut lash or something, so it's not a full altogether. But just with how fluffy they looked versus what we all know regular mascara normally looks like, I mean, unless she's sitting there combing out each individual lash to make it look that way, I don't think so.
I mean, even if okay, so like for me, I've used lash combs in the past, right? Even if you use a lash comb, there's only so much you can do, right? Because your lashes clump together. There's only so much. You can't individualize each lash in the way it is that she promoted it. It's impossible, which is the main reason why she's getting called out. How do you guys feel about her obviously having a video of this nature and then being called out for something similar? Does it change your opinion? Does it make you think, oh, well, she wouldn't think her audience are that stupid because she's made content like that in the past? What's your thoughts?
It hit me so hard. That's why in the opening of my video, I edited the two together. Because I was just like, there's no way. Like, especially because of how incredibly similar it looks. Like, I was going to screen cap and edit them right next to each other, and I forgot to when I was editing. Because it looks exactly the same. I think it's a half strip lash cut, but then it's the small part on the inside that you put on the outside. I'm gonna be like a magician.
I mean, call me a negative Nancy, but I just feel like everybody's lying to me on the internet.
See, the thing is that this Mikayla Nogueira situation has kind of somewhat changed the dynamic online, because recently, and I've said this on my live stream on Twitch. Again, if you aren't following me on Twitch, you should. I stream there 2 nights a week. But I said this in my stream, is that like it's kind of changed the conversation, because there was a distinct middle between the people who love Mikayla Nogueira and think she's amazing, and I was most definitely on that side, and then the people who just despised Mikayla Nogueira. For instance, we got Nick Snyder here in the chat. Him and his partner Dustin have been telling me for months at this point that the girl is trash, and I've never felt that way. Say something? Oh, okay, go.
Yes, I was also just one before I forget. Thank you to Nick and Dustin because I watched a lot of the videos, because I made an hour-long like beauty guru special or whatever, and I went back in those videos to like research and stuff, and I used a lot of them. So I forgot to mention that. But anyways, continue.
No worries. But like when it comes to, I forgot what my point was. What was I saying? What was I saying before this?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It happens all the time. It's baby brain.
Nick and Dustin basically
told
that she's trash.
Yeah, they told me that she was trash. Obviously, you know that Rich Lux has been constantly going back and forth with Mikayla Nogueira as well. He seems to not like her that very much as well. So there was like this massive divide. However, with this lash situation and her, what I'm going to say, actively lying, because I feel like there's a difference between passively lying and actively lying. Like somebody saying something flippantly is completely different to somebody saying something, then sitting down for like what I can imagine is at least 10 minutes, applying additional lashes, and then saying, oh, look, this is what this mascara did for me. That seems to me like an active lie. Like that's not something that you can do passively. And now the dynamic in her audience has changed, because even the people who were ride or die Mikayla fans are extremely disappointed in her right now.
Well, but she's also been getting called out for months for using beauty filters on her TikToks, because everyone's like, girl, you have absolutely no pores in any of your videos. Like, clearly you're using a filter. Like, that's been going on for like months and months.
And here's the thing.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, like, she has, because it's, I think a thing too with beauty influencers is people will pull up videos from like 3 years before, right? And be like, oh, you said you loved this product and now you hate it or whatever. People do that kind of stuff. And that's like a hypocrisy, right? It's not a direct misleading, right? Which I think people conflate that a lot, and that's how they were able to defend Mikayla before, but then this is so obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. The viewer's voice just said, not trash. I said that she was trouble. Apologies. You said that she was trouble. I was just paraphrasing. Okay. Don't get on my ass. Right. Okay. So moving on from that particular clip. We'll go back to some of the stuff it is that the influencers are saying. This file is massive. We won't do every single influencer. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I think we should go to the Kathleen Lights one, because Kathleen Lights had quite a lot to say. And she was kind of, I believe, one of the first people to kind of spearhead this whole movement of so many different influencers coming forward and speaking openly about this situation. What I want to say before we start this video is, do you guys think it's a positive thing that these influencers are talking?
Yes. Like, if they don't hold each other accountable, like, the community in general is on a downturn. And if you as a beauty influencer can no longer be trusted, and other people in your community can no longer be trusted, then it's going to just fall even further than what it is. So if
I also think
people don't hold them accountable, it's going to go all the way down.
I also think it's so incredibly important because this is coming right after Thomas Beauty. Was it? I can't remember the last name. What was it? But Thomas Beauty on Twitter, right? She said that
Thomas
all the
Halbert.
drama channels were Halbert, yeah. And she was saying that like all these drama channels are trash, right? And then came for Peter Mon and everything. So then nobody's going to be taking the drama channel seriously if they're trying to keep Mikayla accountable. So now the influencers also have to do it so that they don't get further mistrusted.
Yeah, and we also had the situation with Mikayla Nogueira calling out directly Rich Lux. She spoke openly about Rich Lux and told him, to go F himself. We also have the situation with Jaclyn Hill chiming in and talking about Dustin Daly, Nick Snyder, as well as Rich Lux as well. And they've been getting a lot of shit from their fans and stuff like that. So there's a lot of people who are, for right reason, because I don't know about you, but our community here, when it comes to commentary, it swings and roundabouts. Sometimes we're perfect and sometimes, there can be absolute scumbags. So I understand why people are distrusting of this community. But obviously it's like even more so with these influencers disavowing the community as well. So I completely understand that. So let's take a look at what it is that Kathleen Light said, because she was the one who spearheaded all of this. And then we'll go in with your commentary. Again, just tell me to pause when you want me to pause and I'll let you have your commentary.
I feel like I'm gonna regret posting this because I love my peers, I love the beauty community, and I stay out of drama. I don't want to talk shit about anybody, like, at all. But I was just stretching after my workout, and I was on TikTok, and I saw like a big influencer who like I respect, and like she's awesome, and I like her TikToks a lot. But I just saw a sponsored post. I'm like shaking because I'm so shocked. I saw her do a sponsored post, which that doesn't matter because whatever, sponsorships are awesome. I do them all the time. But it was about a mascara. And when she shows like the finished product of the second coat, she's like wearing Ardell Demi Wispies or something. Like there's falsies there. Like it's very clear. It's very, very clear. But she's saying that they're not falsies. It's just the mascara. I'm just like, damn, that really sucks. Like for the rest of us who are so honest, that really sucks. Kind of disappointed me, but what can you do?
Okay, so that was the situation with Kathleen Likes. Now, guys, do you... obviously she was the one who started this whole trend of all of the influencers coming forward and telling their stories. How do you feel about Kathleen Light's take? Do you think that obviously with her starting this has kind of made like a snowball effect of like everybody dogpiling on Mikayla Nogueira? Or do you think that this is a necessary dogpile? Because it is dogpiling, like everybody is talking about it at this point. We're going to see from some more influencers, there's even Real Housewives talking about this situation. So do you think this was necessary, or do you think that, you know, it's started something terrible?
I honestly, I think it was necessary just to call her out about being honest. Like, your fan base is going to believe that this is a good product, and you literally just tried it. You're like, this product is ass. Like, not even okay. Like, this product is not good. So how many of her 14.2 million followers, or however many she has now, are going to go out and spend their hard-earned money on this product that's not going to work like she's showing it is in the video?
And the other question is that I wanted to ask you as well, Bruce and Mika, is a lot of people are saying that, like, this has been tremendous. Like, I said it even today, but also I think Trisha Paytas said this earlier today as well, that this has been tremendous marketing for L'Oreal, because one of my questions was like, why hasn't she taken the video down yet? Like, there is so much controversy. Yeah. She's removed her comments that she made to other people, where she was saying, you know, this only proves that the mascara is so great because nobody believes that I'm not wearing eyelashes. She's removed her comments, but the video is still up. Now, my theory is there's either two reasons behind this. It's either that, one, she is still going to get that bag regardless, which, I mean, good for you, girl. Or two, the other one is that she, like, there's some conspiracies that this was, like, made to happen so that people would purchase this. Do you think that there is any merit to the conspiracy that, you know, L'Oreal essentially want this? Because, I mean, when's the last time you saw somebody ranting and raving about L'Oreal?
Yeah, well, because I think because, like, I have, like, 3 things right here are all, like, things that I bought because of Mikayla, right? And this, like, in Canadian alone, this is, like, $150 of product. And it's, like, I think she was able to sell really well on, like, her honesty. So I think what might have happened was they said, like, you are okay to enhance it any way you want. You know what I mean? So, like, they're telling her, like, we're okay if you do that, but, like, don't try not to tell anybody. And they were kind of sneaky together. But then when they didn't expect it to blow up in the way that it did, but now they're like, oh, well, let's just ride it out and pretend that, you know, kind of work in silence so that people don't think that they messed it up.
What do you think, Bruce?
I mean, I feel like she has to keep it up because it's a sponsored post. Like, I think that's why. I think that's why it's still up, because they've already paid her, or they agreed to pay her, and I'm assuming it's probably a large chunk of money. But I don't know, like, if she would put her reputation on the line to have this kind of conspiracy, because what if this, I mean, it's blown up, but I mean, she's only lost like 20,000, 30,000 subscribers, maybe, I don't know. She hasn't lost, 3 million like James Charles did. So it's not hurting her reputation a lot as of now, according to like subscriber count. But what if this got posted and all this got called out and she lost 5 million subscribers like instantly? I don't think that she would want to put her reputation on the line like that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
Do you think that the loss was like so small though that like there's literally like, it's not of a huge detriment to her?
Oh yeah.
I think Jeffree Star proves that.
Her top counter up right now.
Oh, go.
And she's at 14,357,000. So
she's gone. Okay, so she's gone down by she's gone down by at least 1,000 though since we've been streaming, because when I first started streaming this evening, she had 4.4.
Yeah, but I mean, still 14 million.
No, I don't think it's of a huge detriment to her. Back on what it is that you were saying, I picked up this Maybelline Superstay because of Mikayla Nogueira, and I tried it on. That's what I've got on my face this evening because it's something that I wanted to pick up, and obviously I ordered the telescopic lash lift, so I thought, let me try one product it is that I know that like a lot of people have been ranting and raving about that is positive, and obviously this product. Now, this product was terrible. It was ass, and now I realize from trying it myself why she had to, zhuzh it up to make it fantastic. But this one right here, the Superstay, in her video was so well done to the point that I was like, holy crap, if it can cover, you know, acne and blemishes and stuff like that, and it's a powder, I wonder what it can do with me and my hyperpigmentation. And I'm wearing this evening, and it's such a good product. And this is what I mean, is that like with Mikayla Nogueira, she has weight behind her word. She says go buy something, it gets instantaneously sold out. And I said this in my last TLDR video, and it was the Superstay that I wanted from Mikayla Nogueira, that when I went to the store, it was sold out. I could not find it anywhere. I managed to pick it up today, but the reality is that there's so much weight behind her word that everything gets sold out. I think
and
it was...
a lot of the stuff is good, because like the KVD liquid contour is like one of the best things I've ever used. Like, I'm so obsessed with it. It's like one of my favorite makeup products ever. Like, she's right often enough that she was able to build a reliable reputation.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just kind of sad how things have gone. So let's get back to what it is that some influencers have said this evening before we get too carried away. I really apologize, chat, that I haven't been paying so much attention to you. I'm just saying this now ahead of time because I'm so used to Twitch highlighting things for me that I'm finding it very difficult to see the wood from the trees. So if you say something, don't be afraid to say it twice if you want me to notice it, because I'm missing out on everything. So with that being said, let's take a different detour. We have Tati Westbrook, who basically like somewhat reviewed the mascara, but this was prior, like a day or two prior to the Mikayla Nogueira situation. Have you guys seen this video?
I haven't.
I haven't until today, until my researcher put it in here. Mika, have you seen this video already?
No, like, I'm actually kind of surprised that... Because I also saw Samantha March got it too. So a ton of people were getting it in PR.
Yeah, so
and
this
I guess there was some sort of deadline. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a $5,000 of free makeup PR unboxing. So I'm imagining she got given this for free in hopes that she would talk about it. So this is what she said.
Try these. And we have some telescopic lift. I already tried this. Do you think I liked that one?
No,
guess.
no.
No?
No, you didn't like it at all.
Oh, I thought you weren't paying attention to anything. Why didn't I like this?
The wand was insufficient.
Shut up. Oh my gosh. Why was the wand insufficient?
It's like this little tiny thing, and it's like got this flat thing to it.
There you go. Wow, wow.
So prior to the whole situation with Mikayla Nogueira, Tati Westbrook had already said, it's ass. It's a terrible, terrible product.
I feel like I saw her review that. I mean, it's mentally, I mean, so many beauty videos in my mind, but I remember her going over some kind of mascara with double-sided wand, and she tried it. She's like, this is not good.
Like, it's the way that people forget how, like, the Fenty mascara flopped too, because it had the same sort of, like, weird flat edge thing. And, like, that was, like, the first thing I thought of, because I got Mikayla's review, like, organically before all the scandals started. And the first thing I thought of was the Fenty mascara. And, like, whose favorite mascara is the Fenty mascara? Nobody. I've never heard that. Right? So I kind of knew it was going to be ass. So when she's like, this is incredible, I was like, no. Weird.
No, I don't think it's a debate for me whether it's like good or bad. And seeing this now, obviously in hindsight, just kind of gives me that extra bit of confirmation that like the way that I was reviewing it wasn't like with hyper scrutiny, because obviously I've got a background on what went on. But no, it's terrible. And I have tiny eyelashes, but there are plenty of mascaras that make me look at least like a normal human being. And this honestly did not scratch the surface. Granted, I only did one coat, but even in the one coat, I could see enough to know that that was absolutely terrible. Okay, so moving on from Tati Westbrook, which I found really interesting, again, just to show everybody in chat, this was posted 4 days ago. So this was prior to the Mikayla Nogueira situation. We've also had some more notable individuals speaking about this. Let's take a look at what James Charles had to say, because he decided to insert himself.
So this mascara has been causing quite a little bit of drama on social media today. Let's try it out. So this is the new L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara, and I did receive this in PR, but unlike a lot of the other videos going up right now, I was not paid to talk about this. Let's try it out and see if the hype is actually as good as people are saying. Something tells me that it won't be. But I'm always down for a good mascara, so who knows? This is my lashes with no curl.
Yeah, apologies, guys. Trigger warning for James Charles. We should have done that. I apologize.
So I'll give a little curly curl so you guys can see. As you guys can see, my natural lashes are definitely not bad. I feel like they are probably longer than the average mascara wearing girly. However, they're not like crazy up to my eyebrow, so I should prefer. Okay, so you're supposed to like put it on with one side and like flip the wand in the end to like separate the lashes. My first impressions are that it's definitely doing a good job. So once I have the mascara applied, you're supposed to go into the other side and use it to separate the lashes. And here is what it is giving. I just blinked like 7 times. I'm gonna give it one final curl. And here is the finished result. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was a little bit skeptical about this mascara just because of some of the reviews that I have seen, but now I wish that I was getting paid for this review like everybody else, because I think it's actually pretty good. It did a nice job of lifting up the lashes. They look nice and black. It's, you know, a good quality mascara that I would probably reach for again, and no Ardell Wispies necessary.
Okay, so that's what James Charles had to say. I think he's got very beautiful lashes already. So like, he's the kind of person that like, he puts on any mascara, it's really going to do the job. Just for the people who are aware of my James Charles video, I know you really enjoyed that. I brought it back for you guys, just for you guys. Don't forget about what James Charles did. It's always in the background of every stream it is that I do. Do not forget about what James Charles did. Okay, guys? We're never going to forget. Because a lot of people seem to be forgetting about what that boy does all the time.
At least he's inserting himself into something of age this time.
Oh, girl.
But James has good lashes, okay? Putting black mascara on them makes them pop more. They didn't look dramatically different than before after the curl. No, it's not doing the most in the way that he said it was. So we're going to move on to another person. We've got Bethany Frankel, who apparently is one of the Real Housewives of New York. She got involved in the scandal. Like, I mean, this is blown up to a huge degree. So we'll take a look at that real quick. I haven't seen this one either.
So I wanted to talk about this mascara because everyone's talking about it, and I ended up on this glam rant about how everything does the same shit and we just buy shit because people are telling us to buy shit, and that's fine because that's what we do in every other area of our lives, from diapers to formula to toothpaste. So who gives a good fuck about why you're buying something? But you get mad at an influencer for being paid and saying that it's a second coming of Jesus, because that's what their job is. They're an influencer. So maybe.
Okay, I want to stop there because I was having this conversation on my live stream, right? And I was basically saying that as influencers, I understand that, like, girl, why did I do that? Hold on. As influencers, like, it is our job when we have a sponsorship. Mika, you've had sponsorships in the past. Bruce, have you done any sponsorships yourself?
No.
Okay, hey girl, good things come to those who wait. Trust me, it takes a long time to get in touch with the right people. So when you do a sponsorship, obviously your job as an influencer is to hype up the product, right? You're supposed to say it's great, it's fantastic, you've enjoyed it. For me personally, whenever it is that I do a sponsorship or anything like that, I at least become accustomed with the product. I try my best to become as accustomed with the product as I possibly can. The problem is that people seem to be somewhat misconstrued, and we'll go into another video that will delve deeper into that, right? People seem to be misconstruing hyping up a product because that's what your job is as an influencer, to influence, versus just flat out lying about the product. And I feel like these two things are fundamentally different. Like if I say, say if I've got like, I don't know, a VPN sponsor, right? I've had every VPN company going at this point. I can't be using all of them. That would be ridiculous, right? So if I say that ExpressVPN are a great company, and I've used their product and I enjoy it, I can also say a couple of weeks later that Surfshark is fantastic and they're a great company. My job is to hype up the product, but the fact of the matter is I'm not going to sit there and tell you that Surfshark is going to do your taxes next year, because that would be a lie. You know what I mean? So it's kind of interesting that like Bethany seems to have had this take that like, you know, it's supposed to be like the second coming of Jesus because that's their job. But I feel like this goes beyond what their job role is as influencers.
Yeah.
I think that's why I said too, like my first part of my video was the difference between affiliate marketing, sponsorships, and like partnerships and stuff, right? Because like I'll be like, oh, I link what's on what I'm wearing or whatever. But like affiliate marketing, it's things I already owned and liked that I'm doing, right? Where it's just, oh, I can have a small commission for being the one who showed it to you, right? But then sponsors, it depends on which one you get. Some of them are better than others, but it's like tell people, you know, honestly how you feel, but also please make sure to include these specific points, such as your discount code, how much the discount is, and that kind of stuff, right? And then some of them are like, try not to be negative. So it all really swings and depends on the sponsor. But it doesn't mean you're lying, and it doesn't also mean that you can't like other things. Like you're allowed to like the competing product too.
Yeah, it's just for me, I feel like a lot of people seem to be like misconstruing that, especially a lot of people who for some bizarre reason want to be on the defense of Mikayla Nogueira, because it's a lie. What was told to everybody was a lie. So let's go back to what it is that Bethany's saying. And oh god, her video is 3 minutes long. Can I make this go faster? Oh, I can. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna put her on 1.25.
Maybe it is the second coming of Jesus. It's L'Oreal. It's a great brand. It's a good name. They make good mascara. There's only this much difference in a mascara. A mascara is good, great, or shit. Like, but most mascaras are just fine. What are you doing? Are like actual people climbing on your eyelashes? Like, get fake eyelashes. Do whatever you got to do, because your life is not going to change from a mascara. I can fucking tell you that. But what I can tell you is that I'm going to try it and I'm going to tell you what I think. And also, I'm going to tell you that when a person talks about something and you don't believe them and then you go buy it to see if they're telling the truth, you're also supporting the brand. So know that, A, you're being influenced, no problem. We're being influenced to everything else from Hermes to Chanel to Gucci to Dolce. And B, you're being influenced even if you think someone's lying. Like, if you think they're not telling the truth, you run out to fucking catch them because,
already it looks like ass. I don't know if anyone else has seen this. Like, I'm watching this now. This is my first time watching this. This is ass. Just a whole bag of ass.
As I've said before, we're truth cops. So, and by the way, shimmying mascara. We're all not stupid. We know how to put mascara on. We don't need like lessons in shimmy it from the bottom to the root. No shit, Sherlock. It's so mascara. We want to get it on evenly. Well,
I think it's that smooth side. Did you try the mascara yourself?
No, I wasn't. Like, so the thing is, people don't realize too, like in Canada, drugstores are like Sephora priced. Like that mascara is 24 Canadian dollars.
Oh, wow.
Like 22 or something like that, or 20 American. Yeah. So like I was like, I'm not buying that shit. I can go get like $10 more gets me the Lancome. Like
yeah, no, that makes no sense. It was like reasonably priced over here. I think it was like £12 or something like that. So it wasn't crazy, but like I think that flat side, that flat surface is what develops the clumpiness. Like the first time I used it on my first eye at the beginning of the stream, like it made my eyes water because it was just so gloopy towards the base. I just don't think it's a very effective again, like what Tati Westbrook said, like the brush wasn't effective.
Off every single side, like, you know, like usually you just kind of scrape one edge. You would have to like make sure you almost like in the cap, like swing it once to get all the excess off. Yeah,
it's just not a very good product. Let's finish what Bethany has to say, and then we'll move on to the situation with Angelica Oles, and I think the girl's name is Mads. We'll take a look at that.
Mads Lewis.
I don't even know who that girl is, but apparently she's super famous. We'll take a look at it after this video.
I could tell you this for fucking fuck sure, and you know I don't have lashes, and you know I don't use a filter, and you don't have to worry about that because I look like a train wreck 98.7% of the time. This fucking mascara is excellent. So I don't know what the fuck she said.
Girl, what?
Some people like the build up though because it's fullness. I just hate that for me.
I mean, she's got longer eyelashes than me, so I don't know. Again, I have the kind of eyelashes that curl over the lid, so I don't...
Mine kind of look like that, like her lashes. but it's just mine are super quick to build up product. Like it's insane how quickly it will clump for me.
Yeah, no, this is ass. I don't even know what her thoughts are.
I don't know what you're pissed at. I don't care if she had fake eyelashes. And I don't know if I don't care how much she's paid or if she's an influencer or what the fuck. But I'm going to tell you one thing. This is a good mascara. And I will be using it. And I'm glad that I was influenced by you being pissed off thinking it was a lie to try it. Because it's going on a nice angle. It's got that doe eye. And I've poked my eye 16 times trying to talk and do this. It's superb. Love it. Buy it. Not paid yet. Call me, L'Oreal. Pay me. I'm doing fucking your dirty work right now. Because people are...
I mean, it almost looks like she has one lash on.
Yeah, that's the clumpiness I'm talking about. Like, yeah, I hate
Yeah, no, it's not cute. I'm sorry. That's not doing it for me. So with that being said, we've seen what it is that she's had to say. I don't think she's going to say much more than that. So let's take a look at what happened with Angelica Oles and Mads. So this is Angelica Oles, and we'll take a look at hers. And I think after that, we'll take a look at Manny and... I think this is Raw Beauty Christie. I think one of them is. Anyway, we'll take a look.
Have you ever worn mascara?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know when you get, like, too much on, it's almost, like, cold. Because it feels like water, almost. Oh, it's it gives me such an ick, and I just know that that's what she feels like right now.
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah.
Sorry, it's really hot with all of my lights. Okay, right, moving on.
Okay.
Like so many fucking
living in
lights.
Canada. It's like -4 here.
No, it's like actually freezing here in the UK as well. But like in this house, I'm always hot. Right, okay, so we'll move on to Angelica Oles, take a look at her video, and then take a look at Mads' response, because this one caused a lot of controversy online. So let's take a look.
Mikayla did a L'Oreal mascara ad. It's right here. It's on 4.5 million views. Good for you, girly. I try to give Mikayla the benefit of the doubt. I really am, and I'm gonna say that with my whole, being. I go on TikTok and I look her up. I'm actually following her, as you can see, because I used to really like her content. I felt like, wow, like this is great short form makeup content. I'm really loving it. Okay, and then I started to realize that like when she opens her mouth, she lies. That's what I realized, and I'm not gonna be taken for a fool. So I still follow her because I'm a commentary channel on YouTube and I need, to follow people. But I don't really take her advice seriously, because why would I? When I just noticed that when she opens her mouth, she lies. But a lot of things that she lies about are very personal to her, and it would feel like bullying if I pointed them out. But this isn't personal. This is a L'Oreal mascara ad that she blatantly lied about, and I'll put the video in a minute. She's got falsies on one eye, and she's like, guys, to get this, I use L'Oreal mascara. And she starts using it. She's like, okay, I'm on layer number 2, and like they're not looking the same, right? And then she cuts, and they look the same. In that cut, allegedly, she put on some Ardell Wispies, because that's what I used to do when I used to wear Ardell Wispies. I would curl my lashes with the Ardell Wispies and put mascara on top, and they would look like naturally long lashes, even though I've got naturally long lashes, but I was in the 2016 makeup phase, okay? What mascara can do is make your lashes longer. It can make your lashes thicker, but it cannot add quantity of lashes. If you have 10 lashes per eye, you're going to have 10 lashes per eye at the end of your mascara routine. This is what Mikayla looked like at the end of 2022 with her mascara on. This was a routine. I looked for it specifically. This is what she looked like with mascara on. Very natural, imperfect looking lashes, as everyone's do when you're wearing mascara. Sometimes your lashes are just fighting against you. They're different lengths and they curl differently. They look imperfect. That's the whole fucking point.
Okay, I'm gonna add a second. Look at the length. Do you see that? I am speechless. And I'm not sure anyone's gonna ever be able to compete with this mascara.
Okay, so that's what Angelica Oles had to say. Obviously, Angelica Oles is a commentator. I saw somebody who said in the comments just now that they haven't watched Angelica Oles in years. 93 Runt says, I haven't watched Angelica Oles in years. You should. Her content has improved tremendously. I know a lot of people were very critical of her content in the past, but it has improved tremendously. So I definitely suggest checking her out. So we'll take a look at what Mads had to say in response to Angelica Oles. This video has since been taken down, so it's not available right now. I don't know if she's given any commentary about this video since, but her take obviously ruffled a lot of feathers because it was what people deemed as the worst take on this situation. So let's take a look at what this content creator said. Again, she has like...
Oh my god, I watched like 30 seconds in and then I went, ugh, and I stopped. I remember this.
Okay, so for me personally, I just don't understand why sis decided to tell on herself unprovoked. Nobody asked you. You could have abstained from this conversation and you just came to the internet and you told everyone, hey, I lie. The end. Like, I just don't understand.
You're just saying my thoughts in a British accent. Like, it was that's exactly why I was like, oh, and I just like skipped it. I was like, I don't want to give a shit about this. I was like, get rid of it.
Yeah, no, I just don't understand where her head is. So if you haven't seen the Mads video, we'll take a look at that. Again, I'm going to put it on 1.25 speed. This is in response to Angelica Oles. So let's take a look.
Why are you guys hating on somebody for lying? Granted, maybe she's lying, maybe she's not. So what? So you're telling me if I use a product, makeup product, skincare product, let's just say a skincare product, and it makes my face super clear, like actually, but you use it and it all of a sudden breaks your face out. Are you gonna call me a liar and say that I promoted the brand and it's actually ass? No. I mean, you probably will, if you guys are all hating on that one thing, but okay. And also, even if she did put false eyelashes on, why does that matter? I know it's false advertising, but isn't everything false advertising? Isn't everything technically kind of lying just a little bit? You know, food commercials aren't actual, like, all food products, right? Like, they mix certain things to make certain things look better. Isn't that false advertising? I'm just confused. I know you've seen the videos of, like, how commercials actually make their hot chocolate look good. That type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You guys like to pick and choose who we're going to pick on today. It doesn't make that much sense to me. Don't get me wrong. Lying sucks, but everyone does it. Especially when it comes to social media, and especially when it comes to making money. Sorry, if somebody put $200,000 in your face and said, hey, promote my shitty mascara, I don't think you'd think twice about it.
So, I dread to ask, what do you guys think about that?
Ick. Oh my god.
Bruce.
Go ahead, Bruce. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I can play a little devil's advocate here, which some people might be like, are you serious?
Oh, here we go. Bruce, lay it on us.
Like, watching like a food commercial or a commercial on TV, you know you're watching a commercial 100%. You know that food's not real. It's probably glue instead of milk. Like, you know, we've all watched those videos and like how they make commercials. This technically from L'Oreal is a commercial, correct? Because it's a sponsored post. Now, the only issue is that when it's coming from your favorite TikTok influencer, you don't see that as an actual commercial like you would on TV. So you're still going to believe what they say about that product, even if they're not telling the truth about it, because it's a sponsored post.
But again, with it being a sponsored post, they are using their influence, their integrity to say that this product is good and it can do this, that, and the third. So I feel like it's fundamentally different to a promotional picture, a promotional video, showing the product either A, in its best light, or B, in just completely, like, you know, with the burgers and stuff, not the way that they would be produced or handed to you. I feel like it's different because that's the brand. So you're going based on the brand's reputation versus the reputation of an influencer. Influencers are created to have this like parasocial relationship with their audience. So because they have a, you know, even if they don't promote it like a parasocial relationship, they have this space where the person feels like they can trust that person. Whereas we're less trusting of multi-million-dollar conglomerate companies. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's just fundamentally different, in my humble opinion.
That's why I was saying that it's like influencers are a commodification of a friendship or a personality. And that's the same way that, like, if my bestie's like, yo, like my friend asked me, like, oh, what's the best eyeliner? She would believe me over the next commercial that she saw, right? So but that trust is what's sold if that's the influence part of it. So that's kind of what's created the problem, because now people know how lucrative it is, which I think the beauty community was a big part of. People buying all the designer bags and the flights and the brand trips and all that kind of stuff.
It's putting her reputation on the line for this mascara in the long run is what she's honestly doing, because people aren't going to believe her now.
The other aspect of this is that we all know that the best form of sales is word of mouth. So these influencers are speaking their truth, or what we are assuming to believe their truth, on these products and selling these products via word of mouth. It is the most lucrative form of endorsement for a company. So for me, it doesn't correlate. Like I understand the devil's advocate it is that you're playing here. I get it, but in my head, it just doesn't. It's not what it's not the same, in my opinion.
No, I mean, I think it looks terrible for her, and it's gonna hurt her. Period. Point blank. And yeah, I mean, it's not a good look at all. Like, I don't think she ever should have done it. And then doubling down on it and saying no, they're not false eyelashes. Like replying back to people when everyone's like, "Girl, we know they're false eyelashes. Just come clean."
Yeah.
Like when you see a commercial on TV for hair coloring, legally they only have to have one strand of hair, one single hair colored with that product to be able to then do a commercial. Everything else can be professionally done with a different product, but one strand of hair has to legally be colored with the hair color that you're talking about.
Wow, I didn't even know it even went that deep. That's interesting. Thanks for the insight. So I think we've pretty much exhausted what it is that the influencers have said. We've been through that now. So let's move on to the one influencer it is that everybody is talking about right now. This whole entire situation has arisen the crypt keeper. That's what I like to call him. The crypt keeper of YouTube. He decided to arise from his coffin shaped makeup box and decided to come on the internet to tell everybody that he is going to return and he will not be leaving until these influencers get their shit together. So let's take a look at what it is that he said to begin with, and then we'll go into his actual video. So let's take a look.
Oh, I definitely have been hearing you loud and clear this week. You've woken up the motherfucking beast. And I'll be reviewing makeup starting again next week. A lot of foundations and mascaras and certain things.
Say that again, sorry?
Why can't he talk like a person?
Oh, do you know
he
what?
Sounds like a Shrek narrator. Like, it's so crazy to me. And it's like, just speak in a normal way. You're not a fucking vampire, bro.
I think he was just living for the drama. We'll get further into it. We'll watch this and then we'll move on to the next video. There's 4 here and I didn't even know he made 4, so we'll find out what the hell's going on.
I hear maybe fraudulent. So if y'all want an unbiased motherfucking bitch that's been reviewing makeup for 10 years, that has never accepted a fucking coin from one brand to ever say a product is amazing, then stay fucking tuned because the bitch is back.
Absolutely nobody asked for this. Nobody, not a single soul. Jeffree style, the bitch is back. Girl, nobody asked for this. Like, nobody did. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next video. I have no idea what this one is. I never saw it, so let's take a look.
Good morning, everyone. I just got to the studio and look what's here. Be right back.
We also have, Meowza, who gifted $5. Thank you so much. They said, you know it's bad when it literally brings the painted Voldemort from the grave. Y'all are shady bitches. Okay, so what's this next one? Oh, I guess this is from his IG.
Hello, you guys. Happy Thursday. I had an amazing, crazy week in LA. This crazy week has included seeing a million comments telling me to review makeup again. There's been a lot of scandals. TikTok is a whole new world, Miss Thing. YouTube, hold your fucking beer. So before this jet takes off, I came to my studio. I reviewed the mascara. It's on my TikTok right now. Go check it out.
Okay.
I'm not leaving you a million comments anymore.
Okay, so it's on his TikTok. I'm guessing this is the clip from TikTok. So let's take a look at what it is that Jeffree had to say. What I will say is about Jeffree Star is what made Jeffree Star so popular back in the 2016 straight through to the 19s, I think, is when he kind of fell off on YouTube, is the fact that he was like the one person who would not take any kind of paid financial endorsements to promote any products. But also we have to remember there's a vested interest with that because Jeffree Star had his own products. So he wasn't going to be overwhelmingly positive about all of his competitors. But that kind of made him somewhat more of a reliable source on YouTube. I think that a lot of people, even if they didn't like Jeffree Star as a person or did not like his past and the things it is that he's done and said, they still saw him as a reliable source on YouTube. So I kind of understand like the social media hoo-ha that's taken place where so many people are like extremely excited to see Jeffree Star's take. But for me personally, I will say that I think his take was very underwhelming. Have you guys seen it already?
Yeah.
I saw the first little bit of it.
He had the pull back then that Mikayla has now when it came to products.
Yeah, definitely. Agreed. So let's take a look at what it is that Jeffree Star had to say.
So allegedly, the telescopic lift L'Oreal mascara is the best mascara in the world, and no brand may ever be able to compete with it. All right, let's open this up and address the hot topic. So allegedly, L'Oreal has been sending out this mascara, and Miss Mikayla reviewed it. The internet blew the fuck up, and a lot of people think that she's wearing a false lash at the end of her eye. It looks peculiar. It looks bizarre. The mascara is on, it looks cute, and then all of a sudden there's a swish, and all of a sudden there's some extra shit on the end, and I don't know.
Okay, so first of all, this feels very like convoluted and staged, and I feel like it's more of a case of Jeffree Star trying to insert himself into drama rather than an actual genuine review of a product. Like, I get reviewing a product because of the hype surrounding the product, but it just feels like he went into this with more, I don't know what the word is. What are your thoughts on it so far?
I know he has another launch coming up, so I feel like that's why he's inserted himself into it.
Oh, he has a launch?
I saw on either Instagram or Snapchat or something that he was in the studio for an upcoming launch.
I think it's just all he tries to do now is be like, see, I was right. I'm not the piece of shit. Everybody else is. I was right. And I think he tried to take any opportunity to do that. And that's what he's doing with this, being like, see, I told you I was the honest one because I won't lie about mascara, but I'll just lie about like everything else though. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like this was just to get involved in drama. And don't get me wrong, I feel like a lot of these influencers are beginning to realize that like drama sells, because everybody's eyes have been on Mikayla for so long because of the drama and controversy surrounding her, because of so many drama channels and drama TikTok channels who have been talking about her. So I think he's aware of that, and he wants to be, I guess, front row and center of it all, especially since he said he was never going to be doing makeup reviews again on YouTube. And whilst, yes, this is not on YouTube, this is still on a major platform of his. So, and he also knows that people are going to be flocking to see what it is that he says. So I think that this was more of a strategic move by Jeffree Star rather than a genuine, I want this community to do better, which is what we've seen from some of the other creators. So let's take a look at what it is that he says about the product.
Oh, what the f it is, and I don't know. So we're gonna review this unbiased. You couldn't pay me $1 million to say this shit's good. You can't pay me anything. So let's just give this a swirl, and then we'll give our final thoughts. This is a vegan formula. Miss L'Oreal is now charging $14.99. So we're supposed to lift and load our lashes using the front hook bristle. We're gonna apply from root to tip. Use the side hook comb to separate your lashes for added volume and length. All right, let's apply this mascara from root to tip. Let me get the very ends of my lash line and get the full thing. It's cute, it's very affordable. I love that it's $15. It separated the lashes, it looks pretty. Is it the greatest thing on the planet? No. So I really just wanna give one last statement. You guys are allowed to like whoever you want, respect whoever you want, watch whoever you want. Be careful. A lot of these people are accepting money. Beauty space has changed immensely, and there's only a few top dogs now. And if they're gonna be lying to everyone, bitch, then I'm never going away.
So he says if they keep lying, he's never going away. Do you guys want a world with Jeffree Star back in it?
I mean, he brings drama and views.
I mean, he does. He has brought the drama. And I have to say, I was talking online about this, and a lot of people were kind of upset with my take. But my hot take is that it's been so refreshing to talk about a story where we get angry over mascara and not R word and SA and, P word and all of that kind of stuff. It's so refreshing to talk about some old school beauty drama.
I literally said that in the DMs with you, right? I was like, I am so excited that this is not like you know, an alleged like SA like or something like that. Like I was like, thank God it's like Manny and Jeffree released at the same time type of drama.
Yes. Yes. And this is what the beauty community used to be. I saw a video from a TikToker. I won't be able to find it right now, but I saw a video from a TikToker to do with this whole entire situation, who's saying that, like, obviously when the pandemic was happening and all of that stuff, that people were less concerned with like the overconsumption of products and stuff on social media. And because of that, people started looking at, again, the de-influencers, the people who were more likely to talk about products in a more honest way, because people wanted to like save their money, not spend as much cash, because a lot of people were losing jobs, a lot of businesses were closing down. And now that like the world is kind of somewhat, it'll never go back to the beginning, but somewhat gone back to the way that it was before, a lot of people have now got that expendable cash. And because of that, the more frivolous drama is becoming more important. How do you feel about that idea about like the de-influencers being the main thing in the past and now that changing vastly?
I just hope that it will just kind of help keep things less serious almost. Because then there'll be more of that pushback of like a less consumerist nature. And then there can kind of be like more discourse around that maybe could cause a clash. But then, yeah, it's like there can keep a balance of power so that these people can't take advantage of other people as much. Like let's say like because James was like super famous, I think keeping the beauty community back a little bit will maybe keep the drama a little bit less serious.
And what are your thoughts, Bruce?
The whole reason that I really stopped making content when I did was because it was literally every other day. It was, you know, an essay allegation or R-word allegation. You know, there was none of this other like Jeffree leaking the name of Manny's palette, you know, stuff like that. It's all just serious stuff. So then it went over to commentary because I was like, okay, this will be a little bit more fun. And then that literally, when I got into commentary, it was all the same thing. And I was like, oh my God. So then I just kind of stopped doing that. So I think that if people have the expendable money to go out and purchase things, and then there's going to be more influencers promoting things, and there's going to be more drama that comes along with it. So it's going to take us back to that old beauty space days.
Okay, yeah, I see your point. Okay, so I think we've seen pretty much everything it is to see, so I don't want to go on for too long. So with that being said, my final question to everybody in this chat, right? Oh, you're a bit stumped. I love it.
I think she'll either somehow magically prove that it wasn't fake, which I think is not possible, or she'll just do a video showing how she did it and being like, yeah, I put these on and blah blah blah, and try to reconcile. I don't think she'll just blow past it. I don't think she's secure enough in herself to do that realistically.
Bruce?
I think she'll do one of two things. Either she will come out and admit, yes, we did add some extra lashes to make my eyes look better, or I think she's going to take the Jaclyn Hill approach and just never address it.
Okay, sorry. It said that it skipped. Guys, can you hear me? Am I here? Can you guys see me? Am I still live?
Yeah, everything's good. Well, I can still see everything.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
You just missed the part where you asked the question.
Okay, you guys didn't. Okay, you didn't hear the question. So the question it was that I asked the two commentators here this evening is, what do you think that not Nikita, goodness gracious, that Mikayla Nogueira will do now? So that was the question it is that I asked. Do you want to just give your answers again, just in case they missed that?
I think that she's either gonna like redo it and then it does, or like redo it and somehow miraculously prove it wasn't fake, or she'll redo it and be like, this is just as good, even though it's obviously not as good, if that makes sense. Or she's gonna like do like a sit down thing and then try to reconcile somehow with like a giveaway or something corny maybe. But I don't think she'll blow past it because I think it takes a lot of like self-certainty and like confidence that I don't think she has to just like James Charles go back to posting type Pete, you know?
And Bruce, what did you say, babe?
I said she's either going to come out and admit that yes, they were false lashes, or she added additional lashes, whether they're individuals or whatever, to make it look more full, or she's going to take the Jaclyn Hill approach and just ignore it altogether. Maybe will take a mental health break and then just come back and start posting again.
Okay, so
what, three days? 2
yeah,
days?
yeah, it's been a long time. So here's my thing. I think it's gonna go one of two ways. She either has to grey hoodie apology all the way and apologize to her audience. I don't think there is any way that she is going to be able to make the remainder of her audience who are upset with her I don't think she's going to be able to reconcile it with them. I think that she's going to really find it difficult to even get in their good graces without apologizing. So I think it's either going to be a grey hoodie apology moment, or it's going to be a situation where she doesn't come back for a very long time and she's going to return and say that it was a mental health break. We also have to remember that Mikayla Nogueira was suffering very much with her body dysmorphia, and you know, she had a situation where she was supposed to collect her wedding dress and she started crying in her video. So people are kind of under the, especially people who follow her, are under the understanding that like she's struggling in terms of, you know, with her mental health and how it is that she's, you know, dealing with herself. So I think that it could be a case that we won't see Mikayla for a while, and when she does return, we're going to get the grey hoodie apology moment. What are your thoughts on why she hasn't removed this video yet, considering it's causing so much controversy to the point that Jeffree Star came back?
I would say,
I think of, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I would say because it's a sponsored post, and I know that L'Oreal is probably getting some backlash, but the amount of sales that they're getting from this mascara right now, because everybody's going out to try it to see how it actually works, is actually probably even more beneficial than taking the post down.
I just think she doesn't want a whole second sweep of commentary videos being like she took the video down.
Ooh, that too.
Like, if she just leaves it up and doesn't do anything, there's not anything else to say, you know?
That's a very good point. I never even thought about that, because if she takes the video down, I mean, there is going to be at least 12 channels on YouTube alone talking about the fact she took it down. So yeah, that's a very, very good point. For me personally, when it comes to this Mikayla Nogueira situation, I just don't think that there is any way that she's going to be able to get her audience back on side in the same way that she did before. Do you think there's going to be the same amount of weight behind her word, or do you think people are going to constantly question her integrity?
I mean, I think that with the amount of people that she's lost, it's definitely hurt her. But as watching her talk counter go, it's still going up and down. So she's still gaining followers. There's going to be people that literally will never hear about this. So she's still going to have some weight behind her word. I just don't think it's going to be nearly as strong as it was.
I think she just lost all the people that were okay with her. You know, like everyone on like the outside. So like, you know, me type where it's like, oh, I just liked seeing just different types of creators on TikTok, but losing one over the other, whatever, right? But the 14 million at the base, or maybe not 14, let's say 10 million at the base aren't going anywhere. Kind of like Shane Dawson, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Shane and Jeffree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a question as well in the chat. Where was it? Dawn Ray, they said, I want to know why she decided to do it. Why do you think she decided to do it? To blatantly lie to her audience. What do you think her reasoning was behind that?
I would say, honestly, she probably just never thought she was going to get caught. She tried, I want to say, my conspiracy, allegedly, she tried the mascara off camera. It didn't perform how she thought it was going to. So she tried to figure out a way to make it look better than what it was going to, so she could do the post and be proud and say, yes, this mascara is awesome, and then be able to do the post.
Mika, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's like I'm just thinking about it. It's like she couldn't even like kind of get it to be fine. So maybe she even thought like, hypothetically in Minecraft, that like it was so shit that wearing falsies wouldn't be noticeable because they would be kind of like looking worse than normal. So she's like, it's so bad that throwing lashes they can't even notice.
Do
I
you
think it
think?
could have been a slip up like that.
Do you think there's been several other situations that have kind of slipped through the cracks? Because one of the comments is that I saw on the Mikayla Nogueira Reddit is that they were the people who despise her essentially, so baffled by the idea that it took the mascara situation for people to really start seeing Mikayla for quote unquote who she is. Do you think that there's been several situations where she's been lying to her audience?
I think it comes with like this like new hip thing for like the fall of Charlotte Tilbury. You know how everyone's like pissed off that the wands have air in them, right? I think that coming right before also didn't help because Michaela's known to do Charlotte Tilbury like advertisements all the time. So like people are like, girl, you have to be lying. Like the foundation, right? Like the Charlotte Tilbury one, like it was hyped for like a really short period of time, but now nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
Kayla loved it, right? So
I love your Boston accent. It is absolutely amazing. My favorite one is when she goes, Kim Kardashian. That is like amazing to me. That is like the best sound ever.
That's one of the things, Paige. Like she's been called out multiple times for her accent.
Yeah.
She comes out, she's like, I used to do this radio voice, so it was more appealing. This is my natural accent. But as you listen to videos, like when she made that video about Rich, where'd her accent go? Like it was not nearly as prevalent as it is in her other videos, which she clearly is hyping up. I get it. We hype up our personalities online. You want to be likable, So she still has an accent, but I think she hypes it up even more in her videos. So she gets called out about that. She gets called out about using beauty filters in her TikToks. She has said multiple times that she does not like edit any of her videos. She does not edit any of her photos, any of that. And you can literally go in on the photos and see that they're edited. And when she did that interview that got taken down with, I don't remember what her name is, that one girl. Do you remember the interview I'm talking about?
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. She
She has like the
literally
short hair,
said,
right?
yeah. She said in
Yeah.
that video and in the video where she was talking about 519 that she edits her videos, but then she tells people that she doesn't edit her videos. So she gets called out for
Oh.
hypocrisies.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, it seems like there's a lot of people who are very happy that this situation has happened because now a massive spotlight's on her. More information's coming out. I saw on Thomas Halbert's Twitter account that she's posted loads of pictures from the Reddit, is what I'm assuming, where they're posting about Mikayla Nogueira and her old Tumblr where she was saying the F slur and all of that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of things now coming to fruition. These are things that people who've been in a know, like myself as a content creator, I've known about these things for a while, but it's now becoming public. Now the general public are finding out about the past of Mikayla Nogueira, if you will. Okay, so with that being said, I just want to say a massive thank you to both of you for being on here this evening. I really appreciate you guys being here. Mika, your discourse has been amazing. If you guys aren't aware, these are two commentators here on the platform. We have Bruce Allen, who streams sometimes, but we need to make that more frequently. He is a ex-drama channel turned commentator. And we also have Mika SF, aka Mika's Rhetoric. I saw that you changed it recently. She is a fantastic commentator here on the platform. I admire her tremendously. I love her thoughts. I love her brains. So definitely go and check out her content because she does amazing stuff here on the platform. And I just want to thank you both for being here because it's been really good to talk to you. And also, you guys have calmed my nerves tremendously. So I get really nervous when like the numbers go up. I just start freaking out. But no, you guys have been amazing. So with that being said, is there anything?
Before you go, I have a final thought.
Oh, okay. Final thought, go.
So because I believe, allegedly, my opinion, she has lashes on, I would just say that my final thought is I don't think I've seen anybody blatantly lie more than my last time on Grindr.
Girl. Girl. I cannot stand you, Bruce. I literally cannot stand you. Oh, Bruce is my bae. I love him to pieces. Right, with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you guys for being here this evening. I really appreciate it. And hopefully we can do this again soon. Okay, see you guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is like my first time ever speaking to Mika SF. Mika's Rhetoric one-on-one. And she's so lovely. Oh my goodness. Like, if I loved her before just from her videos, like parasocially, I adore her now. I know Bruce. I know that shady gay. So as far as I'm concerned, like, my opinion of him doesn't change at all because I've spoken to him a billion times. But Mika's lovely. Goodness gracious. I hope that she comes back. I hope she enjoyed herself this evening. We also had a donation a little bit earlier. Apologies I didn't get to you sooner. Sally Godfrey says, you are amazing. Thank you so much for the $20 donation. I really appreciate it this evening. We didn't get too many donations this evening. So my researcher, I know you're in chat this evening. I'm just going to give you all the donations. Why not, babes? Enjoy it. Enjoy it. You did an absolutely tremendous job this evening at putting together the docket. I had so much information I couldn't even get through it all. So you did absolutely amazingly. Can we give a massive round of applause to my researchers in chat? I want to see hands in chat. I want to see you all clapping for my researchers because they do amazing work. And I feel like I really, truly have a strong team on my hands. With that being said, again, if you guys aren't following me on Twitch, I stream there 2 nights a week. So definitely go and check me out on Twitch. My Twitch is Paige Christie UK, so you should be able to find me over there. If you guys want to become a member, feel free to become a member. We are putting more members and more Patreon content up very, very soon for you guys, as well as obviously tonight's stream has been absolutely amazing. So I thought, if tonight's stream went well, that we would do TLDR live once a week. If you are into that, if that is something that you want, after the stream goes live, make sure that you leave a comment in the comment section telling me that you guys want TLDR live. If enough of you say you want it, we will make it happen, and I will bring more diverse and amazing commentators and content creators into the space so we can talk about all of the drama of the week. With that being said, I've really enjoyed this evening, so I hope you guys have an amazing day or evening, whatever the hell it is you're doing. And until next time, you beautiful, amazing, badass bitches. Let me end on like a really good note. Oh, something that's been really helping me mentally. Mums, people who procrastinate, this is for you. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. And with that being said, I'll see you guys later. Bye. This has been so much fun. Bye.
Oh, yeah. No, we don't need your accolades. Hopping over barricades. Bonus, we are not afraid. We know we gon' elevate. 2-3 with the fadeaway. Shot to Woody when I spray. Daddy hear me when I pray. I know we gon' elevate. I know we gon' elevate. Brother gonna rise, no hesitation. Put it on my time, been hella patient. Spitting these rhymes in hella basements. Play major stages, still pay fun. Ain't made many wages, still I can't run. I'm a slave to the cadence, still ain't done. Everything to the patrons, till the day's won. But I'm not finished, I know I got some critics. I know they're really cynics, my guy, I don't limits. I want a house of Venice, even if I don't get it. Then I pray these lyrics, elevate your spirit. And if I don't live it, after years and minutes of avoiding gimmicks, I'm pouring out my heart. That I know my rhythms didn't reach the millions, but I praise my Lord that I could be a part. I ain't did this for no trophies, I ain't did this for no list. I did it for the kid who's contemplating taking place to risk it, man. I pray that you resist. Oh, you were made for more than this. You can make it through the storm, just turn to him and don't you quit. Boy, I'm all in. Check my wrist, you see the kid be saucing, no coffin. No, we don't die, we multiplying often. My God sends more of us, that power lasts like Austin, not lost in them.